Um, you you leave the jammer in the Everglades, or do you put it in the truck, or what?
Oh, that's a thing. Yeah, Coyote will say, "Do you want to give this thing a once over before?" I mean, it might have a tractor or something on it.
That seems
I mean, he'll
reasonable.
say you can.
Yeah, I mean, you're the wheelman. You're the best one equipped for that. If anyone's going to find it here, it's you.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what skill check I would use for that, but
It would be your sniffer program, or whatever's the best at that, plus your electronics warfare. Certain other devices can make the same rolls.
gotcha. So the that little Ken Mushi can do it as well because he actually probably has the best roll.
Yeah, I believe it's the, or no, it's your scan plus it's your scans program plus your electronics warfare.
Yeah, I know this was asked last time, but it's just electronic warfare. I don't add logic into that.
Yeah, no logic is added to that. It's just the skill.
All right, that'll be 7 dice for.
So you actually wouldn't get it if you were like a human person who was actually using it.
Right. Basically, the way they have it set up for matrix actions, your attributes never come into play.
Associated attribute values with the skills.
No, they don't get added in or anything. They're only useful for like hardware and things like that.
And programming and theoretical stuff and system analysis. And yeah.
Right. For actual active use of abilities, like actually actively doing things, your attributes don't help. Which was one of the complaints of the system. You don't notice anything.
Yeah, the Ken Mushi will try as well. What was that? Yeah, we said that was piloting plus the rating on the thing, or was it scanning? I can't remember.
It's a scan software plus if you have some AutoSoft that gives it ECM skill. Or, I mean, electronic warfare skill.
Wow, that doesn't even matter. It only got one.
You don't notice anything running on it or anything like that.
All right. Well, then Coyote will shut off the ECM and drive the Jeep off and, let him have the Everglades, and he'll be done.
Whose contact is Z? I forgot.
It's my contact, Coyote.
You're not with them?
I am not with them now.
The way they're going, they're probably going to be within a mile of his house. Do you think it's worth giving him a call?
In terms of looking for bugs and stuff on the thing?
Well, or anything. I mean, I mean, he's out there in the middle of nowhere for a reason.
Right. Well, I was just asking why I would contact him, but it makes sense. Yeah, sure. Coyote will call
Any
up.
reason.
Pardon me?
Any reason you can think of, I mean.
Okay. Do any of the rest of you know what Sean might be hinting at? Because it's lost on me. Because Z is the contact I have that sells drone parts and is basically a fence.
He's a hacker type, which means he might have programs being a fence there that would be able to possibly handle this, or he might know someone else who can handle this. And besides, we might be driving past there anyway. Just because, I mean, you have on your contact list what their sort of like general type is, but they are also capable of doing things that's beyond, like, he's not just a fence. Like, my talismonger friend is not just a talismonger.
Oh, no, I get that. I was just making... I just didn't know I could use him in that way. That's all. I thought it was just for buying and selling. I wasn't sure exactly how to use these. So, okay.
Any of your contacts, people that you know, just to clarify, any of your contacts is people that you know kind of personally. They're people that you've had repeated dealings with. You've been maybe not friends with them, maybe enemies with them at some point, who knows. It's just, they're people with who you have a major rapport with, like a major lifetime-worthy connection. All the normal fences and things like that, people you might know on and off, you probably know at least another dozen or so. They're just not worth mentioning.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I mean,
even though you have a just business relationship, because you only have a loyalty of one with this guy, you've still done business with him for a very long period of time.
Right. Yeah. No problem. I just, It wasn't what I thought going to the guy for doing this type of stuff, I guess is what it was. But, I mean, if he can be used for that, sure, I'll give him a call and I'll say, hey, Z, you free about now?
Yeah.
I got got a couple things that I picked up on a job. Wonder if you could look over and make sure there's no trackers or anything like that on them. That would be wonderful. How much would you charge for that?
Well, you want me to come down and if I've got to go, if I've got to get somewhere to it, you're going to pay me mostly for time just frying the entire electronics of something so that there's no trackers whatsoever. It's not going to cost you anything. Just whatever it takes me to get over there.
All right. Yeah, I'm at my shop now. And Coyote will glance at the other three and kind of with his eyes ask if they want to wait here for the guy to come or not.
Bear's going to blink and say, "Can we go to him?"
Yeah, probably. Actually, I think they'll drive a hover van up to up wherever you want, close to your place, and that might be the best way.
You finally figure out that it's worth actually getting on the water. Well, coordinates. Topaz, a set of coordinates out on the water about a mile away from his place. And just meet me there. Don't get any closer. You know how it works.
Yep. I won't be there. It'll be my three associates. Unless you... never mind. Backspace that. Yeah, Coyote will come along with you, I guess, if we're doing that. All right, I'll meet you out front there.
Well, when I guess now four of you go driving up, you'll see floating out on the water it's not the exact same make and model as the thing you're driving, but it's a similar hover truck-like device, something that's cheap, not really disposable, but junker and it's just floating there out in the water. When you get relatively close to you, it speeds almost straight at you. And Coyote will recognize it as Z's truck right off the bat. When it gets to you, you'll see that it's got no driver in it. It's just equipment, and you'll get a call. Coyote will get a call, and Z will say, "This the thing you want gone over?"
It is, yes.
Just get out of it so I can make sure to go over every detail. And a big, bulky, sort of spider-like drone will crawl up into it, out of the truck, and basically shoo you out into his truck. It'll then crawl over the entire truck, basically inch by inch. It'll actually take a fair bit of time for it to get into everything, get into every crack, pull the skirt back, crawl up underneath the water, and go over every single inch before crawling back into its truck and shooing you out of it. He'll then get another call saying 100 for that. Just send it to the usual place. And
all right, will do.
You know. Oh, that's actually difficult to do. Then his truck will start saying away, and he'll say there may possibly be something hardened. I don't think so. But some stuff's and if it's military grade, it may pass my basics scanners and everything. I can't be 100% with military grade hardware.
Understandable. I appreciate it anyway. It eases my mind all the same that you didn't find anything. And with that, Coyote, I guess we'll get off the line. I'll be in touch. I have a drone or two to repair.
Well, if you need parts. And then he'll hang up.
Yep. Coyote said, yep, it was 100. We can just take it out of the payment, I guess. Not that big a deal.
Well, anyway, we can go ahead and drive to the island. You can take the hover truck back, and then you can send it back this way. Because Truesayer plans on staying here for a while. I might have to get supplies, but then Vice can stay, and when Vice needs to go, Truesayer can stay. Because this fucker's staying on this damn island until I get my answers. Even if it takes a month.
Well, I mean, there's all kinds of ways we can get the answers out of him. Drugs, implants, all kinds of ways. Aside from, crazy mind probes.
Well, it's possible. I just, I'm the goddamn Truesayer. This is my specialty. This is what I do in life. My thing.
He probes people.
That's right. I fuck with people's heads for a living. It's true. This is what I did back in the day on the streets. I will take him. Besides, magically awakened people, they're pretty goddamn resistant to a wide variety of things. You can't trust it. It's a trap.
Yeah, you can't trust any of those filthy mages.
Probably about the worst thing we could do to him is actually get him some cyberware.
I mean,
yeah.
Twitch would never suggest it, but you implant the right type of cyberware, maybe toss on a persona fix, and you'll get him to tell you anything.
Do that. You could break him down through a combination of hard drugs as well as actual getting him cyberware. Like, replace his eyes. Get him an arm. Give him a hit of wired reflex. Maybe not that. Something more cheap.
Okay, but we made you better.
No, what you do is you get to the highest essence, lowest cost, like highest essence to cost cyberware that you can find. Buy it all used and in bulk, and start implanting it.
He thought he hated everyone already.
Hey, I mean, if we bring his essence to about, 0.75, we don't have to worry about the magic anymore.
Cuffs on him. Besides, I'm gonna need someone here to watch over me, because I might nuke myself while trying to fuck with his head.
That's what Vice is here for.
I might start overcasting Mind Probe. I gotta break through all of his willpower. He rolls 5 willpower dice, and a Force 5 spell is not gonna cut it unless he rolls 0 hits, which is mathematically possible, but then I'd have to get 5 hits too. I might overcast on my probe. It's gonna hurt. What I'll have to do is wait a few more hours. I gotta wait for the timer to expire before I cast Mind Probe again, otherwise I'll take a dice pool penalty. It's within a number of hours equal to his willpower, so I'll meditate. Listen to music from my comlink. Stare at the soul who tried to control my thoughts. How rude.
Now that I think about it, considering the setting, are there any cyberware implants that do literally nothing other than create an essence hole? Or drugs that do that?
I know you can drug someone up with immortal flower and then basically chop them into little tiny bits and let their body rebuild.
And that destroys essence?
Yeah, every 20, it makes them immortal, and every 20 points of damage is 0.1 essence loss. They automatically regenerate everything. So, yeah, you could drug them up something and then put his essence down to whatever you wanted to, if you wanted to. That said, just the idea of cutting someone off from magic like that is physically nauseating to not just Truthsayer, but Vice too. I mean, to completely lose your magic. That's to completely lose contact with the world as you know it. I'm killing would be kind in comparison.
I am not a proponent for that. If we were going to do that to him, I'd rather have just killed him.
So are we gonna kill him?
No!
Sooner or later we might.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Well, I'll go ahead and say that the time will pass without incident.
Okay, we'll go ahead and make enough stun recovery checks, and it just takes twice as long. If I glitch on it, we're fine. I had all the time to wait anyway. Oh, goodness. What force do I want to cast this at? Force 7, maybe? It might be over ambitious. I don't think I'm going to hit 7 hits. It'd just be wasted. Force 5 is ambitious enough. I could take some physical damage for the team. I won't be able to heal it, though. That's what a medkit is for. I hope. Or just me sobbing profusely? Fuck.
You are not a phoenix. Your tears do not hear you.
Maybe not. Shit, I don't know. This would be something I'd want to use a point of edge on, but I had to use enough edge to make sure I didn't fall unconscious. Damn it. Well, I mean, if I have enough time over days, eventually he wouldn't... Eventually he'd get a 0 on a willpower test. Huh.
He might also eventually just find a way to break out. Or kill himself.
He might do that too. Ugh. We'd actually have to heal him a little bit, because if he didn't resist that 12 stun electricity damage at all from the mage, cuffs.
He's still at 1 overflow.
Yeah. He's gonna need a medkit.
So yeah, I'm just saying, there's a good chance that you're racing against him, finding a way to kill himself.
I mean, you could just use a medkit on him. That'd give me more time. Whatever. Fine. I
mean, in the same way that, he's bound to get 0 on a willpower check eventually, we're bound to fail to stabilize him eventually.
Not with enough dice. Alright. I'll take the possible physical damage hit here. I'll go with a Force 7 mind probe here. Why you do this to me, game? Why? God damn it. I was close to a glitch too. Alright, I can read his surface thought still. Fantastic. Hey, 7 divided by 2 is 3, plus 2 is 5.
I'll go ahead and tell you that he does not have an affinity for carrots.
That's great. Oh, god damn it.
And I'm pretty sure magic damage can't be treated by first aid, can it?
That's what I thought.
It can be. I can't use the heal spell on it, though.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's right. You can't use any magical healing on
I can't
magic
heal my
damage.
drain. So all of a sudden while Vice was watching, Trusair's eyes just like sort of twitch, blood begins running down his nose, some bruises appear along, his cheeks, an exposed face, discolorations of burst blood vessels.
Are you okay?
So is that a yes?
Didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. That one's not going to be as easy for me to recover from. Blood appears on the glove of the hand. This is gonna be a long-term project. I'm going to need more than just 6 hours. Ow.
there anything we can do?
If you're familiar with interrogation, you'd have to wake him up first. And even if you did, he's a Reaper. He hates everyone. He would more rather kill himself than ever give anyone else he didn't like, which is almost everyone else, anything. As such, the only way you'd be able to do that is to magically probe into his head, which, to my knowledge, I'm the only one you know who can do that. Only because he's awakened, any attempts to probe into his head are going to be met with stiff resistance, especially since he's more powerful than I am. And so in the hopes of trying to get anything in his head, you're going to need a strong length of time, which may result in more than a bloody nose and coughing up blood.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you one bit of information you do get from poking around in his head, his active thoughts while he's dreaming. His mother's name, Catherine Mays. She's also a mage. And he likes her.
Although, I suppose, in his sort of violent dreams, strangely reminded me of carrots for some reason.
Crusader frowns, looks down at the ground. There was also this Catherine Mays. His mother, apparently, also awakened. And of all the people this rabbit here hates, apparently his mother is not one of them, so possibly if she could somehow be found, that could be used as a mental manipulation tool.
I'll just leave that there. It's got no information on it at the moment. It's just in case you collect any.
I mean, it does have his name on there.
Oh, yes, I did forget to say that you'll also get his name. You'll get a couple of small snippets of memories of him as a child. Which, he was an elf.
Okay, and as for him, his mother's Catherine Mays, he himself is apparently a Joshua Mays, so maybe one of you or someone you know can find information on who this individual was before he got hit with surge and turned into a rabbit.
I'll go ahead and tell you right now that just a name will be very much similar to searching for someone by just a name modern day. It's not easy.
You know, databases might be bigger, but searching tools must be better in the future.
That,
but I mean,
we're
when you're
also
talking about
narrowing it down to a 1% segment of the population.
We're also narrowing it down to a woman by the name of Catherine Mays, who has a son by the name of Joshua Mays.
It's a female minus 50%, elf minus, I don't know, 65.
It's not important. It's not important. Stop. It's not important. It's the information. Because Crusader has nothing. He doesn't have a contact for that. He just fucked his head up trying to get that. If you don't have anything, then you don't have anything.
Well, Vice doesn't have anyone. His only contact is a ganger. So unless Catherine Mays ran with gangers.
I've got some people on the information and hacking side, but I doubt that they'll have any specific information on this person.
Crusader's going to furrow his brows in frustration.
He probably won't wake up. Well, he might wake up tomorrow from all the damage he dealt to himself. And then he might send himself flying back into dying, if not dead then. If he's not... Sarah snorts. If he's not healed, well, even then, he caused some of that damage onto himself. What matters is that I can't do anything more with him right now.
Also, are you guys going to use the Evo on him? And if so, go ahead and roll for it. Note that you may wake him up doing it. You can't sort of set the Evo to half heal someone.
No.
We'll let him suffer.